Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing well. Try this again. Yeah, I already started speaking. Darkness around here shut the camera off on its own. So, important message then. Whenever they interfere, then it tells me that just what I'm supposed to speak about is very important. So this was a message that was delivered to me as I was waking up process between dream and consciously aware that I'm awake. So it tells me the deliverer, Jesus speaking, but the deliverer of the message, which may have been him directly, wanted me to wake up to receive it, which happened a lot early on in the beginning of these messages when I used to receive them, middle of the night or first thing in the morning. So I'm used to that. So I'm going to read this to you, and it's pretty. I don't think there's really too much to explain on it. So you read along. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Read along with me if you haven't read it yet, or read it again. Simple is as simple does. All that is, all that was. So you keep things simple, then you'll live simply. It won't complicate your lives. All that is, all that was in the world, in history, in your life. Seek within to know what's been. Learn about God, about yourself. Seek within. The alternate line being all that was and all that's been. Focus on me, so darkness won't win. To the glory that dwells on high, one must see with inner or spiritual eye. Dormant in each, you hold the key to unlock your door and thus be free or see me. So we all have that spiritual sense, that spiritual eye to see things more clearly. But it's asleep, dormant within everybody, but you have the key to unlock it. And you can ask him for help with that. I was here to show the way home on each of yours final day, not just the final day, but your final day. As he said, no one comes to the Father except through me. Comes a time, spoken in rhyme, mentioned before, when all shall face the Father, no time or space. Remember, time and space don't exist with God. All the best and all the worst, those who rejected and those who knelt first. Everybody will kneel before the Father. Servants of mine have all they need. From all possessions they were freed. To follow me were all they were guided. For when I called, they had abided. They had listened, they had answered, obeyed. Joys of life cannot compare. Facades that leave an empty stare. They're just false faces, false fronts, illusions. Just leave you with an empty stare. Empty inside. Momentary in nature, these things of life fade into past. Joys of heaven eternally last. Oh, my children, if you could but see all in heaven that awaits thee, you'd cast aside your mortal tether and seek to attain downy feather. For those who don't know English, you cast aside your mortal tether, which is that string or rope that connects you to this world. Your connection, whatever's holding you, connecting you to this world. You cast aside your mortal tether and seek to attain downy feather, your angel wings. Cloaks of color, cloaks of white. Discard thy garments, belong to night. So cloaks of color, cloaks of white. Let's seek. Those are the cloaks you want to, the colors of your spirit that you carry, or that you want to attain in heaven. Whether you're carrying ones that are colored in this life, wearing ones that are colored in this life, brightly colored or colors swirled or unswirled, or your colors are white, you already close to pure. Discard thy garments. They belong to night. In other words, everything in this world. Led astray, children of man. Speaking of darkness now. Led astray, children of man. Since beginning, he's done all he can. Serpent tongue of honeyed words plagued mankind through sacred thirds. And again, the sacred thirds mentioned many, many times, or the final thirds, which we're in, coming to the end of the final third. And I never explained exactly what the sacred thirds are. I only go by my awareness, what I sense, which usually gets, not usually, always gets confirmed eventually. My awareness and sense of it, the sacred thirds have to do with time of man. So I'm thinking Adam, or first man, to Moses. The law was given. Moses to Jesus. The slate was clean. Jesus to the end. If I could, with one simple stroke, touch each heart just as I awoke, in other words, as he awoke to glory, he could just do that for each of us, like boom, which he can, but he explains in a few lines here, just touch each heart just as I awoke, to gather thee all into my arms, safe forever from all the harms. This I do without second thought, for many souls in web are caught. But 'tis not the Father's holy plan. He can't go against his own Father. Free will, in beginning, he gave to man. Has to be your choice. Choice is one each of you must make, to suffer in torment, or your thirst I'll slake. So it's your choice. Suffer in torment, or he'll slake your thirst. He'll satisfy your thirst. And the alternate line is, to follow me or follow the snake. Bought upon the cross of wood, time to save all I could. So he bought us time. That's part of the reason he came here, part of the reason he suffered and died. There's multiple reasons for why he came and everything that happened. Time to save all I could. From the paths mankind led, suffered, died, fought, and bled. Foolish things you mortals do, living longer lives, yet gaining no view. Cast aside all things they do fetter. In other words, they tie you down. You fetter a horse, you fetter your cattle. So they're bound up. They burden you. Cast aside all things they do fetter. Having less, 'tis far better. I'm telling you, having less, the less you have is way better. And all these other things we have just burden you down, weigh you down, slow you down. The more you have, the more you'll lose. Path you go is one you choose. I am the Father, I am the Son. Holy Ghost speaks to you when day is done. And that's at the end. And at the end of your individual day, the end of your life. Open hearts to what lay inside. Heavenly flow shall wash away all you hide. So open your hearts, and the heavenly flow will wash all those burdens away. Nothing in life can you take with you. Look at all the foolish things you do. I'm telling you to take a look at your life, past and present, and the direction you're headed. My Father's kingdom is one of spirit. Open your minds, then you will hear it. Okay, he's telling you, open your heart to what happens. Open your minds to what happens. What was and is shall be no more, wiped clean of corruption to very core. Bubbles of lava now flow forth. Oh, we see that happening. Earth seeks its own rebirth. Promised what comes shall begin so soon. Look to the signs post blood red moon. The next one is about a month and a half away. But the final one of the triad, again, is next January. Then there's some more in 2020s, early 2020s. So each one marks a time, a significant point, and another beginning of another stage. It's all the end of final thirds and the beginning and the end of times, Revelations. Exact dates and what happens each time, not for me to know. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Now I want to end that with that. And do another Now I'm going to go ahead and read another old message, since that was a shorter one. I'll read the two concert ones, which I promised last time, that I received during a Christian concert. I thought I had three, but there was only two. This was number 270, 271 from 9/15/2011. Immediate loss that we feel, building buildings seems unreal. Despondents grow in increasing numbers. Endless thoughts in countless slumbers. Exquisite conceptions dwindle in time with each passing rhyme. Conquering heroes battle and fall, so many past answering the call. By the hand of Jesus all healing begins. Time passes by, darkness never wins. Oh, the fallen shall rise again. Only he knows the where and the when. Do you believe in the sanctity of grace when you shall behold in glorious face? Repeating offenders always forgiven, he knows inside what's spiritually driven. Never too late to find the way home, no matter in life you may roam. Purest love dwells deep inside, nothing from him can we hide. Take my hand, come to the light, know that all shall be all right. Lay your fears at his feet, pain and sorrow love shall defeat. So we'll look at this. Immediate loss that we feel was grieving or any other kind of loss. Loss is loss. Building seems unreal. In other words, it builds more and more. We don't let it go. So we just lose touch, so everything seems unreal. Despondents grow in increasing numbers. So those who are despondent, or grieving, or suffering a lot at a loss, increasingly grow more and more. Endless thoughts and countless slumbers, just plagued by all kinds of drama in their sleep, unable to resolve things. Exquisite conceptions, therefore, they dwindle over time. So thoughts of glory of Jesus and God, and joy and hope begin to dwindle over time with each passing rhyme. And this is throughout the entire world that we live in now, too. Conquering heroes battle and fall. So many past answering the call. So many of his warriors come and gone who have answered his call. Those who were conquering heroes sought to control and conquer the world. They brought battle and fall. And then so many who went around the world answering his call passed away as well, came and went. By the hand of Jesus, all healing begins. Time passes by, darkness never wins. They think they do. Oh, the fallen shall rise again, which they have. Only he knows the where and the when. Do you believe in the sanctity of grace? Or do you not? When you shall behold in glorious face in heaven, his face, repeating offenders, always forgiven. Remember he said, how many times forgive? 70 times 7. He knows inside what's spiritually driven. He knows what's inside you, the truth. It's never too late to find the way home, no matter in life you may roam. The choice is yours. Purest love dwells deep inside. Nothing from him can we hide. Take my hand, come to the light. Know that all shall be all right. Trust in him. Lay your fears at his feet. Again, type of tithing that he wants. Pain and sorrow, love shall defeat. So, simple and beautiful. Concept number 2, second one. Why I have a different date on that? It's not a different date. One of the dates is wrong. 25th or 15th. 25th. I don't remember who was in that concert. Casting Crowns, I believe, and then a few others. Joyless reprobate, little do you see, little do you know, all that awaits you where you go. I am forever with you, always in plain view. Never fear what is in store, as I told you long before. Purpose you have, given by me, seek within what makes you free. Constant companion I'll always be, what lies hidden you shall see. Messenger of mine, never doubt what all that you do is all about. Bring to me all your worries, even when they fall like flurries. Believe in me, Son of the Father. Pray to Mary, Eternal Mother. It's telling you, pray to Mary. Which reminds me of something I need to share with you. She intercedes on your behalf. Journey home to fatted calf. Rejoice we shall upon your return, all fulfilled what heart does yearn. Peace and joy shall reign supreme, becomes real what all was dreamed. Now this is speaking to me, but it can mean to you as well, as always. A joyless reprobate, being just lost, not feeling very happy inside. Little do you see, little do you know, all that awaits you where you go. I am forever with you, always in plain view. Never fear what's in store, as I told you long before. Purpose you have, given by me, seek within what makes you free. Constant companion, I'll always be. What lies hidden you shall see. And he's revealed more and more. All this stuff come forth. Messenger of mine, never doubt. In other words, calling me the messenger, or referring also to those who deliver his messages. Never doubt them. What all that you do is all about. Bring to me all your worries, even when they fall like flurries. Again, worries. The previous one, fear. Again, these are the things that he wants you to tithe, that belong to you. Tithing what already belongs to him is foolish. Believe in me, Son of the Father. Pray to Mary, Eternal Mother. She intercedes on your behalf. Journey home to fatted calf. She's like your union representative if you belong to a union. You go to them and she goes to them. Yes, she's an extra person that helps you. She wants to help you because we're all her children. And you can pray to God, pray to Jesus directly, absolutely. And she's here to help you as well. And the angels, and your loved ones, all, you got so much help waiting you. They're just dying to help you. Literally died to help you. Rejoice we shall upon your return, all fulfilled what heart does yearn. Peace and joy shall reign supreme, becomes real what all was dreamed. Amen. Word of the Lord. Now, it reminds me about praying to Mary, Eternal Mother. I was reminded of this the other night when I was walking the dog. And I'm going to write about this because it's brief for those who don't watch videos. And I've come across many. They think, okay, I wear the rosary, I say the rosary, and I believe in Mother Mary, I pray to her. Not just because I've seen her, not just because I've felt her touch, or heard her voice, not because I've been healed by her. I believed her before that. Believed in her before that. And others that say, oh, it's a Catholic thing, or you shouldn't pray to Mary. I've heard this before. Oh, don't pray to Mary. Don't pray to anyone. Or that's the devil. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. I want to pray to Jesus. Let me remind you here. Who is Mary? She's the mother of Jesus, the physical Jesus. She's the mother of God. Jesus on the cross looked upon her and the disciple that was with her. Says, Son, behold thy mother. Mother, behold thy son. Thereby making her the mother of us all. So when you denounce her, rebuke her, or put her down, or cast her aside, or telling others, no, don't do that, or don't pray, you ignore her, blow her off, you're disrespecting her, you're dishonoring her. Do you do that to your own mother? Do you do that to your own father? Do you do that to God? Do you reject God? Do you denounce Him? Those who pray to Him, acknowledge Him, say they love in Him, believe in Him? You're not doing that. You think you're just not dishonoring Him. But when you're rejecting, therefore dishonoring and putting down and being disrespectful to Jesus, to Mary, who's Jesus' mother, the mother of God, you're dishonoring her. Therefore, you're dishonoring the mother of God. You're dishonoring God. What does the commandment say? Honor thy father and thy mother. It's not just, again, everything's not just speaking physical. You got to look at everything spiritually too. Spiritual, your spiritual father, God, spiritual mother, Mary. then refuse to acknowledge her, or you put her down, reject her, cast her aside, say, oh, that's wrong. You denounce her, you disrespect her, you're doing that to God as well. Honor thy father and thy mother. I'm not saying you have to go out and talk to her. I'm saying don't denounce her, don't reject her. She just aches to embrace you. She loves you. Loves you. This course, this path that I'm on, she put me on. She watches over me. She watches over my path, keeps me on course. She helps Jesus. She helps bring us to Jesus. You go to priests, you all these people you follow in church, or pastors, whatever, so they can bring you to Jesus. Who better to bring you to Jesus than his own mother? You think these people that stand up and preach in a church or on TV or whatever, they're above her, above the mother of God? That you go to them? Stop going to human beings for salvation, for guidance to find the way to Jesus or to speak to Jesus. Again, he tore that veil. You don't need to go through them. You speak directly to him, or you can go through her. Your loved ones, all that have been to life, that were sent back to help us. Jesus has many helpers. His angels, cherubim, seraphim, many helpers. Jesus serves God. You're speaking to Jesus, and everybody's speaking to God. If you want to speak directly to God, don't speak to Jesus. But Jesus is God. God is Jesus. He's the Son of God. One of those simple yet complex relationships. The Christ is an entity created by God. Came here multiple times. A couple times, as we're told. Second time as Jesus. Jesus was of Nazareth, son of Joseph. Jesus the Christ. Christ became him. They united as physical and spiritual beings. It's like my name is Tim here. My soul name is Elathiel. Means by your side. So don't dishonor the mother, because you dishonor the father. The rest is up to you. Hope that helped everybody. As always, peace of Christ. God bless.